And ask you a bit about PlayMaker Football. Now, this is one of the cleverest football games I've ever seen, and it has kind of artificial intelligence built into it. Explain the thinking behind PlayMaker Football.
Well, we wanted to provide the true coaching feel for players. We wanted to give them the experience that coaches have when they coach their own football teams.
So it's really a coach's game, not an arcade action kind
Really,
of
it
game.
is. There's a lot of strategy and thinking behind it, and play designing.
Run us through it.
Okay, there are basically 3 sections to the program. The first one here I'll show you briefly is the team draft, where you actually go in and create your own team. I'll open an existing team here that we've got. And
is this presumably pro-level football?
well, yeah, it operates under the pro-level rules.
Yeah.
And we have our offensive squad here, and if I click on the dog ear here, we'll show our defensive squad. Each of the players is rated on 5 different abilities, and I have ability points that I can distribute among all the players. The trick is, of course, I don't have enough abilities to make everybody a star, so I have to make certain trade-offs. You can also select your own jersey color if you want, and
these are fictional players. This is not, as we saw in Earl Weaver, real NFL teams.
Right,
okay.
They are fictional teams. However, all the teams on the disc play out of their own playbook, and that's what I'll show you here next. This is the chalkboard editor, and this is really the hallmark of the product. What it lets you do is design plays for your football team just like a real coach would design. And here are the players here. They can either appear in these symbols, or I can bring down display options here and show them according to their positional abbreviation. I'll load in a play that's already been pre-designed here. And here's a little flare pass. And if I want to look at all the positional assignments, I can just click on that, and we can see where all the players go. If I want to try this play out on the practice field, I just call up the practice field. Let me load in a defense here just to test it, and then I can just click the button, and the players will carry out the actual play. And each of the interactions between the players is calculated in real time, so every time I run the play, it may not run exactly the same way, because some players miss their instructions, or they slip, or sometimes another player overpowers somebody else. One of the neat features of PlayMaker Football is the artificial intelligence feature. When you create your own plays, you save them in a playbook, but the computer doesn't, and this is fine if you're going to call the plays yourself, but if you send your team to a friend and say, try my guys out, the computer is going to be controlling your team. It doesn't know what plays to call in what situations. It just knows there's a whole load of plays here in your playbook. You can describe the actual game situation individually for each down, for each play, by selecting these little boxes here.
So based on what the score is, where we are in the game, how many yards there are to go, where on the ball field you are, it will say, well, Ed would have done this.
Right, would have called this play here. And in addition to that, the real artificial intelligence portion is right over here, where you can tell the computer to sample the results of the play. If it's doing well, it will actually increase the priority during the game, and it will call the successful plays more often and the unsuccessful plays less often.
So the computer coach learns by the plays that work well, he plays more often, and it doesn't work, he doesn't make it as well.
And why don't we go
just let's see can we see a real looking
We'll see it up here.
Game here for a second.
Okay. Basically, I just bring in 2 teams that are on the disc here. I'll bring in the Blazers. Now, the crowd boos for them. They're the visitors. And then I'll bring in the Badmen, which is the team I created here.
Okay.
And we have a variety of options here that we can set. I'm going to make the ball a little bit bigger here. Computer's controlling the Blazers, and I'm going to control the Badmen. And now we're going to get the coin toss here. And I'll be able to choose. I win, so I'll choose receive. So now here are the plays. All the plays that I created have been put in this playbook, and these are the special team plays. So I say kick return.
Our time clock is ticking down here, Ed. So
okay, here we go.
Oh, there's your kickoff.
There's the kickoff, and the players are going. He catches the ball. He's running with the ball, and he gets tackled right there. And I get a play-by-play here. And when I want to play the game, basically all I do is select the kind of play, call the play, and it's gone. And there they go.
So you can play against the computer, play against a friend, and see how...
or even have the computer play against the computer.
I'll go to Coach Yar. Gentlemen, thank you very much.